Wells Fargo presents one of the surest ways to grow your money. A Wells Fargo CD account, where you can earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield on an 11-month term with a minimum opening deposit of $5,000. Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/CD rates to open a CD account and start growing your savings with us.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Whoa! Welcome to Story Smash! Ow! Please welcome the creator and host of Story Smash, Christy Blackburn!
Oh, that girl's fun. She seems like a gal.
I like her.
My name is Christy Blackburn. Holy cow, we have a great show planned for you guys tonight. And we're going to get started right away and reveal the wheel of stories. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, this is getting more exciting by the minute. And here we are.
I get that
from the big guy. This is the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the Wheel of Stories. Topics like vacation, breakup, mom, school days, pandemic, and then there's also a space that says free. And if the contestant lands on free, they can choose any topic on the wheel. And there's 3 spaces in the same audience.
Ooh.
If the contestant lands on audience, well then
This has never happened before.
shout out storytelling topics you'd like to hear, and one of our expert judges will choose one to be the contestant.
Have you ever picked a window? Yes.
All right, you guys. Without
remember
further ado,
one.
let's
we
get started
picked
right
one.
away and bring on our expert judges. Award-winning Modern Family for its entire 11-year run. He's the author of this book I hold in my right hand. He started it. My Twitter war with Donald.
Yeah.
This guy's won 5 Emmys and he'll never let us forget it. Please welcome.
I'm going to burst out of this one.
Danny Zucker! Alright, you guys, I'm on the stage right now.
You went out the wrong way.
So busy. This person works all the time. She played Barbara Jean on The Reba Show. Bonnie Wheeler on Baby Daddy. You can catch her in Young Sheldon or playing 25 words or less. She also played Hooker number 1.
Number 2.
Hooker number 2. The blockbuster Fargo. Please welcome the very amazing Melissa Peterson. This next gentleman is a novelist and a screenwriter and a producer. He's best known for his work on Seinfeld as both a writer and co-producer. He coined the phrases yada yada, double dipping, and sponge-worthy. He's also a freelance writer for the New York Times, GQ, and Esquire. And if that's not enough, he's published 3 or 4 books, including the one I hold in my right hand. It's called Mandela Was Late. Mandela Was Late, an amazing book. Please welcome the very talented Peter Feldman! All right, it is a tight squeeze, but you guys look beautiful. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to the show. Peter, I think I haven't seen you since like Christmas. How's it going?
It was going great till this light.
The light?
Everything's good. You?
I'm doing very well. And Melissa, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Danny?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's really all we can hope for, really.
I don't know about that.
I get it. Just so everybody's aware out here, we are playing 3 rounds of the game tonight. The first round, the contestants will come up, spin the wheel, and tell a true story on whatever they land on. And the second round, guess what happens?
We release the bees.
That's right. We release bees.
The second round, I think, is it's 2 minutes, right?
It's a 2-minute story.
1 minute story.
Yes.
That's right. Twice the fun.
And
then
bees.
We're workshopping the bees.
that's right. And then in the third round,
Tasers.
tasting. That's right. And it also happens to be our bathing suit round. So we look forward to that. Two
But for the
contestants.
judges, not
That's
the
right.
judges.
Two contestants move on to that third round, and they'll get to tell a 3-minute story. So we're very excited. And if that's not enough, Peter, there's an audience member playing the game. Will they be good?
Yes, they will.
We hope so. We'd like to think.
Usually not, though, right?
I know, that's the thing. It kind of all falls apart. But you know, we'd like to give them a chance.
For sure.
All right, we also want to let you guys know that the judges are actually judging on 3 things tonight. They're judging on the actual story, the ability to stay on the topic, and the time. Remember, the contestants are in charge of their own time. They're going to keep an eye on the clock right here, and as well as our guy Chad up in the booth. He's got an eye on the clock. And if somebody goes over their time, they're going to hear this. Yeah, that's what they hear.
The opening from Billy Joel Pressure.
No, you may be right.
You made it right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. That's what it is.
Saturday I crashed your party.
Saturday,
I crashed your party. Sunday came, I said I'm sorry. Monday came, I let it out again.
Sorry, I was listening to Glass Houses.
Take it, Peter.
Go, yeah, Peter, solo. Peter, your eyes are so beautiful. May I just say, your eyes are matching your shirt, and I like it.
I've been getting some sun.
I don't feel safe.
All right, we're going to get started right away. And I did want to remind all the contestants that we are fact-checking each and every story. All right, you guys, right now, let's find out who's coming to the stage to tell a true 1-minute story. They're waiting anxiously in the back, and we're anxious to see them. No, we can't do that, can we?
No, not first.
We can't?
No, we can't
We
do
never
that.
do audience member first.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Here, I'm going to pull a good one right here. Oh, this is juicy. This is a juicy contestant. This talent, here we go, Chad. This talent is an LA-based comedian. He's appeared on Vet TV and has entertained audiences across the country in comedy clubs, the dive bars, the bowling alleys, elevators, VFWs, Al-Anon meetings, and many other places. Please welcome our very talented Jacob Rosales! All right, come on, let's go. Good for you.
Okay.
Mom.
Wow, this is exciting. You saw 1 minute. Take your time. Keep it around the clock.
Mom.
The category is mom.
Old Judy.
Back up, Coughlin.
You all were talking about Stevie Nicks, and I had a flashback. Mom used to play Stevie Nicks, so you can just run the clock. All the time, Stevie Nicks on the record. Oh my God, the gypsy. She's spinning around in circles, and like, she still got it. Melissa said she still got it. And my mom would play that goddamn Stevie Nicks album. Oh, and it got bad. It got really bad when she got it on the CD. Holy shit, because she would just play Gypsy on repeat all the live long fucking day. But I was a son of a bitch as a kid. I was like, oh, she's playing Stevie Nicks again. God, why can't she just stick to the Eagles? No, she's playing Stevie Nicks. And so then she had the vinyl. I would just jump and jump and jump and make that goddamn record skip and it scratched. Like, God damn it, Jacob, you scratched my record! Ah! And then she got the CD, and then I discovered you could do the same thing to the CD players. Which I thought CD players were incredible because they had a goddamn laser on it. I thought it was like Star Wars. I thought I had like a weapon from the Death Star. But no. But then she played fucking Gypsy, and that ruined my fucking dreams of goddamn intergalactic battle. You guys don't understand. And so I just keep jump. Goddamn Gypsy. God bless you.
All right, Jacob Rosales. Straight on. We're going to do it about his mom. Get into her.
I just want to thank you, not just, for the story, but just as a person and a writer currently on strike, because I think, AI can do a lot of things. But I'd like to see it tell a meandering story with no point that people efficiently use the time. I'm sorry, but that's the human element. The element where we're all feeling just a little uncomfortable as you find your way through something and you compensate with physical comedy. And I don't know, to me that's what we're all fighting for.
Did I make your heart skip beat?
If you made my heart skip a beat, one of the CD player, look, 5,000 points.
Melissa.
Well, Well, Jacob, when I walked in earlier and I saw you napping on the couch, true story, right before the show, I was wondering, what kind of energy is this guy going to bring? Cut to seconds later, and I need to watch this, and it was incredible, the transition from just minutes ago to what we saw here. And how do you feel about Cher's Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves? Do you hate that song as well? Question.
You know, I don't think I recollect what that's
I understand too, because it was way before my time, because I'm 24. Anyway, Jacob, I enjoyed your story. Again, like Danny said, this was the human element we've been waiting for. I also, I skipped a little bit when you jumped, and I enjoyed that. So I'm going to say in a landslide. Thank you, Christine. I'm going to give you 10,000 points.
As a reminder, there are no points in this game. Peter Melman.
Multitasking. That's what it's all about.
You.
Telling a story and doing primal therapy at the same time. You know, I really like that. You really kind of unloaded on your mother, which most people don't do. You know, they usually tell a funny story about their mother, and we don't know our mother.
I went pretty easy. I got a lot of old beauty.
We'd like to hear some of those in the second round. I like these family stories.
I do too.
Yeah. 23,000 points.
A lot of points. Jacob Rosales. All right. All right, so you got to stage right now for a true 1-minute story. We're back to the audience. We can't play the audience. Not quite yet.
It feels like they want to.
I know, I think they do. All right. Here comes a wonderful contestant. She's a comedian, storyteller, and an actress who's toured all over the country. She's performed at the Mob, NPR, the Improv, the Comedy Store, and she's headlined at the Ice House. Did you know the Ice House is open again?
Really?
It is? Yes.
Oh.
Who knew?
Who's the booker?
Who books that? She hails from Atlanta, Georgia, and this is her first time playing Story Smash. Please put your hands together for Kelly Spillman.
Solid spin.
Oh, wow. She landed on Vacation, very close to audience. But Vacation, here it comes.
So I used to see all the plays and musicals with my mom at the Alhambra Dinner Theater in Jacksonville, Florida. And so on my mom's 50th birthday, we decided to actually take her to London to see some real theater. And so she brought a friend, went with my siblings. We get there, and we were going to see Phantom of the Opera. Our first night. I'd already seen it 3 times. I was so excited for her to see it. And so we meet up at the theater that night, and she and her friend had gone off, and I went off with my siblings. So I said, what did you do today? Big Ben, Tower of London? She said, oh, we saw Reese Witherspoon's Legally Blonde movie. And so we watched Phantom, the chandelier comes down, they're singing the songs, and at the end I go, Mom, what'd you think of Phantom? She goes, yeah, it was pretty good. But that Reese Witherspoon, she's so great.
First of all, I love that your mom went and saw a movie in London, because I hate seeing movies in London because I hate reading subtitles. It's just so hard. Anyway, here's what I love about this story. It's your first time. Can we just give her a round of applause for that? Because it's scary to get up here and do that. And you kept it on topic really well. I thought there was a beginning, a middle, and an end on this, which is really hard to do. And there was a nice little button on it that you were going to bring your mom. She her whole life just dinner theater, the sound of forks and stuff in between, like And then you take her to go see Phantom in London, and you know what she preferred? Elle in Legally Blonde. And I think that is truly what we all just really want. Nobody wants to go to see theater. We don't. We don't want to watch shows that are like prestigious. No, we just want to.
I said I wouldn't do this.
You're gonna. I don't need to go see Shakespeare in the Park when I want to watch America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
I think that if everyone would just admit that, it would be such a freer place.
It's true.
Anyway, that's where I was at, Kelly, and I appreciate your mom's honesty. And did you like the play?
I loved it.
The Phantom? How many times have you seen it thus far?
Like 5.
5, okay. All right, well, you know what? Have you ever seen America's Next Top Model? Try it. It's almost the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to give you 50,000 points.
Peter.
That did have a beginning, middle, and end. By the way, when Christine said that you toured nationally, did you have gigs or did you just tour? I'm just clarifying. It's like Slam Mountain Night.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's good. Yeah, my mother's 97. I'll never forget when John Kennedy got married. She says to me, I said, "So, what do you think, Mom? John's getting married." She goes, "I don't know. I think he's got his hands full with her." I'm like, based on what? Anyway.
Are you thinking about John F. Kennedy?
What?
Are you talking about JFK Jr.?
Yeah.
Okay, John. Yeah, that's what they called him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot where I am.
We forgot the century, but that's okay.
I'm here for it. Tell me more.
No. Anyway, that was a really good story, and you got Reese Witherspoon in there, and and I think she's producing a lot of stuff.
Have you ever seen Legally Blonde, Peter?
Yes.
Isn't it a great movie? Would you say that?
Yeah. What's her name from White Lotus is in it. Right?
Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah,
who was
it's a great movie.
in one of my Seinfeld episodes.
Yeah.
She played Miss
Can you
Armstrong.
go 2 seconds without hearing my Seinfeld?
I decided I'm just going to bring it up every single time now because I'm on strike. So.
Danny, how many Emmys do you have for Modern Family?
I don't even matter. You have 5. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, all right.
And a couple of
But that doesn't. Does that
no,
count?
it's also I have to talk about the Peabody. I'm going to fucking kill someone. So I owe you an apology. I was not listening. But I heard you. So I'm just going to go with that. 10,000. I'm just kidding. It was a great story.
Thank you.
Kelly Spellman, right here. For a true 1-minute story. Well. This contestant is an LA-based musician and stand-up comedian. When he's not performing, recording music, or in jail, he spends his time nursing feral kittens. He socializes them, and then he gets them adopted. Please welcome the very talented C.M. Torres! Another big spin. All right, second round, small spins. Everybody get it? Oh, what is it? Drunk tank.
Oh.
Come on up to the stage, okay?
Get up here. No, that's fine.
I think I have experience with this. Okay. When I was in high school, one of my favorite things to do was, while all of my classmates go to a lot of parties, they like to drink a lot of beer. I like beer sometimes, but my favorite thing to do was to take acid. And I had one night, it was the only time I've ever had a bad night with doing drugs, where I got invited to Patty Glacier's house, a bunch of other 12th graders. We all went there, and I found out if in Patty Glacier's mom's bedroom, she had a giant fish tank. And if anybody's ever done a bunch of acid and you look at a fish tank, it's one of the best things in the world. But I got kicked out of the house that night because they found me in her mom's room, and I had been swallowing the fish because I thought that the fish would be better in the cosmos within me. And I got kicked out.
Yeah!
I don't know. Peter Allman.
Back to the socializing kittens. No, that's an amazing story. I want to know what happened to the rest. I want to know once the parents found out. Every movie I see now, I wish it would start at the end. I want to see what happened to these people. Once the strike's over, you got a future.
Well, funny, that same night I got kicked out, and I was still tripping really, really hard, and I got kicked out really early, so I went home, and before I went inside, I noticed there were a lot of stars in the sky, so I sat down and looked at the stars, and my cat came up, and I decided to pet the cat, and as I was petting the cat, if you ever really pet a cat, it starts to really get into it, and they start to put their face into your leg. She was doing that, and then when I finally looked down from enjoying the stars, because I'm really, really tripping, I looked down and I realized it was a skunk. But she was my cat is black and white, so.
Boy, this story gets better and better.
I know.
Danny Zucker.
I feel like if that skunk had designs on a cat sexually, we would have something. First of all, you did acid? No, Stretch kind of really. I have to tell you, I like that story so much. I got a contact high from all of you. And I like flashing back on my ayahuasca experience. I talked to a deer. I did, I truly did. But it was boring. It went on and on. Unlike your story, which was tight and concise in a minute. However many points you want, man.
All right, Melissa Peterman. Melissa.
Well, as someone who woke up petting what I thought was a dog and it turned out to be a raccoon, I see you. Long story. Anyway, first of all, I enjoyed the gun show and I got distracted for a minute. What's Patty Glacier's mom's name?
I don't know. I just know that she said I was never welcome back there.
Oh, let's call her Darlene, because I just like the idea of somebody named Darlene Glacier. Was there a waterbed in the room?
I think it probably
There probably was.
There were mirrors.
People don't know this. It's about 80% if there's an aquarium in a bedroom, there is a waterbed. That's true. That is true. Don't ask me how I know. Thank you. I know that. First of all, did you start with acid, or did you beer was your thing? That was just your high school thing?
I went through the parents' liquor cabinet a little bit when I was a little bit younger than that, but acid was a little more fun.
Well, as a mother of a 17-year-old who's now just terrified, I enjoyed this story because here's what I loved about it. I love that you are now using kittens to make up for what you did for the goldfish. So I think this is a story of retribution and coming back and redeeming yourself. So you ate goldfish, fish and cats love goldfish, and now you are helping cats. Full circle story. This is your Lion King. Well done. 20,000 points.
And I think we might have quite a few audience members to choose from. Jim Hoffman is bringing up the audience fan of truth. And Danny Zucker is going to let us know who's playing this game. You guys give him a big round of applause because it's not easy. All right, we want one name, Danny. One name, please.
I'm thinking Subin.
Yes!
Susan. That's Susan's worst nightmare.
Breakup.
Oh.
Okay. I have been through many breakups, and most of the breakups were from relationships that never existed. Usually when I would fool around, hook up with the person, but there was one guy who, after sex, he was a firefighter, but a volunteer firefighter, so it wasn't real. And he took my hand, he looked deep inside to my eyes, and then he says, "This is gonna be rough, so bear with me. I don't have romantic feelings for you." And I was like, "Oh, that's okay, that's fine, I'm cool." And then we talked for a long, long time about art, as you do. And then after everything, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go home. It was so good to do this with you." And then I jumped on him, so we had sex one last time before we never saw each other again.
I mean, I did not have high hopes for you when you walked up. Not like a gut, but you came up and I thought, uh-oh, this one's gonna blow. And then even when you started it, I thought, yikes, she sucks. And then, I'm gonna be honest, I was 15 seconds in before I didn't completely hate you, but by the end, you were amazing. I think I'm kidding about that earlier part. I think you might be the one to be right now. That was a great beginning, middle, and end story. There you go.
Those are big words, all right. Yeah, get let her hear it. She's
First of all, don't ever, firemen, that's amazing. And even a volunteer fireman, that's still pretty cool, right? Right? Is
He
it?
go to fire academy and he talked about it nonstop.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did he have the uniform on or anything like that? No.
No. He didn't. No.
Okay.
Did he have a big hose?
Oh, well done.
Not solid. It wasn't bad.
Okay. All right. Well, he was fireman adjacent, so props to that, because that's pretty cool. That's sort of everyone's dream.
Don't they all use the same size hose when they're putting on the fire?
Oh, it's a good thing you're pretty. Anyway. So, is this, when was this, he broke up with you technically, right? But you didn't really seem to mind.
Oh no, I was heartbroken for 5 years after.
Oh, you were? What's his name?
Alex Pepperman.
That's amazing.
You know what? I'm going to give you 15,000 points while I try to find out where Alex Pepperman is tonight, and we're going to fix this.
Yeah.
We're going to fix this before the end of it, because you're a catch. Goddamn catch, 25,000 points.
All right, Peter Mountain.
It's so funny because I was in New York about 2 months ago, and I was staying at a hotel right next to what's called the Firemen's Museum of New York. And I went in there thinking, oh, this will be great. They'll have some kind of exhibit on all that post 9/11 pussy that, Nothing. They're actually talking about firefighting.
Oh, man.
Anyway, no romantic interest. I thought you were going to be thrilled by that. I was I'm a little surprised that you took it so hard. But, I love the story, and also what's great is that there was a surprise ending.
Yeah, no.
And the surprise ending really
Because an M. Night Shyamalan kind of twisted.
That's just exhausting.
Except she's capable of actually reacting in the movie.
Exactly.
So because of Pepperman.
Best name.
Yeah.
Fuck Pepperman, guys.
Yeah. That was a great story, and it was kind of like performance art.
Boom.
Boom. All right, let her hear it. Now, her name is going back in the Irish smash can of truth for the second round.
Yeah.
And as you know, in the second round, these folks are coming out to tell a true 2-minute story. And then based on that, the judges are going to decide who's going to the third round for the big story, the 3-minute story. And we can't wait to find out who that is. By the way, did I mention the prize? Yeah. No, I didn't. It's $45,000! But instead, it's chocolate chip cookies. Alright, you guys, let's bring up this next storyteller for a true 2-minute story. Give him a lot of love. It is CM Goro!
Oh my God. Are you like seeing trails on this thing? Uh-oh.
Hooking up. Hooking up. I bet he's done that.
Before I lived in Los Angeles 5 years ago, I was a school teacher. My mother was really proud of me. But then I moved here and things, I scrambled for different jobs. And now I have 2 jobs that I wish my mother would never know about. And one of them, involving hookups, is that I was eating dinner one day, and sometimes when I eat my food, I'll watch something. I was watching some Netflix thing, some British sexual whatever thing, where there's one person, this is Martha, she likes to dress up as a horse, and this is Ken, and he likes to do things to her. This is this person, she likes to do things sexually with food, and then there's this person. And then I saw one where it was this person laying on a couch being cuddled by this other lady. And it explained the therapy of cuddling. And looking at this person was married, this person was married to someone else, and it was okay with their significant others to do this. Some people need human touch, and it hooked me. I can do this. Now, I get paid $100 an hour to go to your house, I'll be your big spoon, your little spoon, and I will cuddle you. We don't have to have any sort of physical contact at all. We can talk. Some people just want someone there to be listened to. And now I have a lot of regulars that I go to. Men, women, doesn't matter. Everybody likes a little bit of touch. Doesn't have to be sexual. I have a new guy who explained that he has had issues with other men. And he's never been able to trust another man. So I went to this guy's house, it was a new thing. He said, how are you with role playing? I said, I'm good, I'm fine. I'm getting paid money. So I went to this guy's house. He had me dress up as Superman, and he was little Jimmy from the plant. And I told him to let him know that I had him and everything was going to be okay.
Do you take Venmo? And do you still have that Superman?
Yes, I do.
I'm just going to call it right now. He's wins Christine.
Peter Melman.
Well, I didn't think, if we went in reverse order and you told the story first and then we heard what the category was, I wouldn't have quite considered that a hookup. But anyway. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sometimes people just want to be held.
Of course, you did a great job in confirming for us the overall patheticness of humanity.
Peter, you need hugged. You need cuddled.
I don't. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm totally fine. I'm the only one who's fine. Yeah, I do like the story though. It had kind of an interesting flow from being a teacher who in a school district where they allow teachers who do acid Yeah, it was an interesting transition in your life. And yeah, it's kind of a good story.
All right. Good story. I think that's a positive thing.
Oh yeah, you had 2 jobs. What was the other job?
You had 2 jobs you didn't want to tell your mom about. And cuddler, professional schooner was one. What was the other one?
Oh, maybe we'll get to that.
Hold on, Cutler's a little cocky. First of all, I just want to say, like, I am so hard. And then I'm so tired of people coming up here and telling, like, I've done this show so many times, and it's, you know, somebody comes up and says, oh, I cuddle for money. I've never heard that before either. You're an original guy, man. You know, I'm praying money a little bit. But I mean, in all honesty, but so I'm just saying you did great, and you did do great. Interesting story.
All right. All right, so guys, coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is the one and only Kelly Spillman.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
That's it. Here it comes.
Holly Weird. Holly Weird.
It's a play on Hollywood.
It's Hollywood. I think that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Hollywood. It's
I
also
see, yeah, okay.
It's a portmanteau. Here we go.
So I also, like the last person, have worked a lot of jobs in LA, including working for catering companies. So I worked many Wolfgang Puck catering events. So these were very high-profile events. And so one of them a few years ago was for Robert Shapiro, OJ's lawyer.
Yeah.
Actually, this is very sad, but his son died in an overdose, so he started this drug prevention program. Everyone that attended this event paid $10,000 a plate to attend. So we all were assigned one table. My table, I had 1 bottle of Napa Valley Red, and then Marky Mark donated his electrolyte water. So we had, those are the only 2 drinks. Those are the only 2 options for drinks. So I go to my table, and this guy's snapping at me. He goes, get me a scotch right now. And I said, we just have Napa Valley or Marky Mark. These are the only 2 things. So then he goes, come on, surely you have some scotch on you. And I said, I did not bring a flask of scotch to my job today. Red wine, electrolyte water, that's it. So he just kept asking. And then they drank the 1 bottle that they were given. So they asked for another bottle. So I was able to hunt 1 more bottle down. But then they kept asking for more. And I said, this is a drug prevention gala. I only have 2 bottles of wine for you. And so then they had a Lamborghini that was up for auction. My table was so drunk, they accidentally said they paid $300,000 for this Lamborghini, but they were so drunk they didn't know what they were doing. Don't you wish karma would get rich fuckers? Because they were so drunk, they didn't have to pay the $300,000.
Great story.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about Robert Shapiro. Now I feel a little bit bad because, you know, after the OJ trial, I used to see him at my gym. And every time I'd see him, if the second we met eyes, I would go like this.
Your son's alive.
And then I was going to a whole bunch of Laker games, and he was sitting right there, like 2 chairs away. I couldn't get rid of this guy. Wow, a $10,000 a plate affair. And that wasn't even including the food, that was just the plate.
Just a
It was a nice plate.
What I really love about that story was the kind of like early 70s downbeat ending. You know, you go to the story and it peaks out, and then, you know, like you get that depressing ending and you walk out of the theater. Like, so much worse than you did when you walked in.
Yeah, I understand.
That's fair.
It's fair. All right, Danny Zucker.
Okay, so I can be snarky. You're a pro storyteller, though.
Yeah,
You're
she's a pro.
Am I right? You're like a pro. I didn't say. I mean, I was like, you know, you got every detail of that going all the way through. I like your hat. It's kind of similar to mine. I don't know. I feel like we can be friends. So, 50,000 points.
I think you're a fantastic storyteller. And I mean, first of all, I mean, you know, this is your second time doing, you're phenomenal. I catered, I waited tables, I cocktailed, I worked at TGI Fridays. I understand it's hard. People, you want to just be able to stab them with a fork sometimes. So how many people were at a table? Was it a big table?
No, probably like 6 people.
And 2 bottles of wine got them drunk enough to buy the $300,000.
Before the second, what do you call it, round.
Okay.
Like they didn't have their entrees yet, that's how many.
Okay. Was Marky Mark there?
No, just
was
electrolyte
drink
water.
water. It's great. It's great.
Just real quick, were they in the funky punch?
No.
No. They didn't bring the funky punch?
Well, once the strike is over for everyone, I want Danny and Peter to write the story where the ending is that they get their karma. That table, what table were they? Let's say table 17. That's the name of the movie. Write that. Table 17. Marky Mark, there's something in that electrolyte water as well. Like there's something that happens, goes down, karma happens, and they get their what for, and they have to take that Lamborghini and drive across country helping people. Something like that. We can't do it till later, and I'm on strike too, but I will act in that movie. I love this story. I'm going to give you 50,000 things.
You just told that.
17 coming to you in 2025.
It was a great story. You know, my father, the late Jack Blackburn, my dad was an actor, and he also was an extra in a lot of movies in Pittsburgh. And one time he was on a set with Marky Mark, and I said, how did it go? How was he? And my dad said, I didn't like him because he used foul language in mixed company. And I was like, get the fuck out. That's... all right, so guys, coming up right now for another true 2-minute story is Jacob Rosales.
Table 17. Melissa Peter, right?
Interviews.
Oh my God! Oh, I think one of the most exciting interviews I had in a while was so I was in the Marine Corps. God bless America; these colors don't run. What they do is like before you ship out to boot camp, you go to this place called MEPS. I don't know what the fuck it stands for. But you go to MEPS and they make you do all this stuff. Like you get down in your fucking undies with a bunch of fucking dudes and you do a duck walk. They make sure your knees aren't all fucked up, and you have the doctor comes, old dude probably smoking a cigarette, grabs your balls, and all that bullshit. And then you gotta fucking come to terms with the goddamn gunnery sergeant about your drug use. Oh yeah, have you ever smoked marijuana? And this is fucking 2002, and I'm like, yeah, man, I fucking smoked some weed. Well, tell me about every time you did it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I didn't have a goddamn diary of every time I smoked weed, and just in my head, I was just remembering what the recruiter said. When they ask you about marijuana, say 12 times. Don't say anything over 15, just say 12 times. Let's look at my fucking eyes, Rosales. 12 times, trust me. 12 times, I don't care, no. I do it because recruiters are like goddamn used car salesmen. They really are. They're trying to fucking, they're selling a lemon and it's goddamn the United States Marine Corps and Uncle Sam. And so I was like, getting my head, stupid head, 12 times. I'm like, 12 times. Tell me the dates. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have the goddamn, so it's just fucking going through the ringer. I had to stay an extra day in a shitty fucking hotel in Lansing, Michigan. Just just sweat up my corduroys. Like, oh God, are they gonna let me in? Because I gotta get the fuck out of this. I'm in Michigan, this goddamn economic fucking cesspool. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna work at a goddamn bar and grill, making later nachos for the rest of my life. I want to go in the Marine Corps. I don't know why I want to go in the Marine Corps. I want to go in the fucking Marine Corps. And so I do the next day interview, and again, fucking this time it's a master sergeant. Like, counting out the times you used marijuana, Gonzalez, and I'm like, oh shit. And it just fucking, and I'm like, don't fucking stay on script. I'm like 12 times. Well, tell me each day. I'm like, I don't remember.
Whoa! All right. What an interview. Stop that clock. That was a hell of an interview. Danny Zucker.
I mean, first of all, thank you for your service. But not for that story.
I'm sober. I take my fancy beer.
It was like, I felt like you did better on this story because it had a build. It just stopped.
Yeah.
I wanted an ending. You know what I'm saying?
The ending's dark.
Yeah, well, yeah. And also, like, when you're working on 10 minutes, you might, like, reduce the amount of stay on story or whatever that thing you were thinking of. Maybe to, like, 4 instead of 13. And save some seconds on that. But you did a good job. My late father-in-law, my father-in-law, ex-father-in-law. Well, he's also late. Is
he dead?
He's with Robert Shapiro's son right now.
And my dad.
But he used to wear at barbecues. He was a bigger guy than you, but he would wear at barbecues this T-shirt that didn't fit him on 4th of July. That said these colors don't run.
Oh, fucking right.
And it was like hanging off, and it was like,
oh man, you got a little
and every year I would like take a picture with him and caption it. Neither does he. Anyway, good job, better job this time.
All right.
Oh, Jacob, Judy did a number on you.
That's just happening. You should see what Oscar did.
Oh, is that your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, Judy and Oscar. I bet they were sitting at table 17. Anyway, so Jacob, so what month was this in Michigan? Was it in the summertime?
Oh, this was in November.
Otherwise, I was going to question the corduroy wearing, because corduroy's in summer Michigan. That's just a chafing nightmare.
It definitely is.
Anyway, again, like Danny said, you ended up you went to Greece?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How many years?
Oh, 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, once a Marine, once is enough. Also.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, thank you again for your service. I really like this story. I want to hear more about Judy and Oscar, and I'm going to give you 30,000 points.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, I allow it. Peter Melman.
Peter, I have a question for you. When you met Robert Shapiro at the gym, were you both naked in the locker room? I was picturing that in my head when you talked.
You know what I was picturing? I was picturing you guys in like some weird Zumba class.
You know, it's funny.
Just do it, please. It'll make this whole night. Just picture Peter right now in what was that movie with John Travolta?
Oh yeah, Stay Alive.
Yeah, no, Olivia Newton-John, when they're like, let's get physical. Picture him like a leotard, like, and just Peter just like, let's get physical. My band right here.
Oh yeah, on the wrist.
Yes. Sorry, I've been thinking it the whole time.
Okay.
Is that it? No.
You were good. Oh, Robert Shapiro. Robert Shapiro walked through the locker room naked all the time.
Shower or grower?
I just looked at his face so I could make eye contact and show my disgust. Although later I met Ronnie Cochran, and I was like, "You are so cool." And then he died.
This is a tragic story. So anyway, there's something about the whole bullying thing of the military that makes, that whole like grilling you.
Oh, it's super macho, man. Yeah.
Yeah, just.
It was kind of fun though.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh, I had some fun there. I got waterboarded at boot camp. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
You and Chicago need to talk later.
And that was by Judy who did the waterboarding.
No, that was Joe Instructor Aguilar.
Oh my God. All right. Well, great job. Good job. Yeah.
Jacob Arizona, come over here. Wow. Well. We're almost done with the second round. I know who's coming up. It's the audience member. And you guys, please put your hands together for the amazing Suman. The advertisers only let us do an hour show. Audience!
Oh no!
Finally, it's so exciting. So you guys choose something to tell me, a storytelling topic. You guys, what do you think over here? Concerts. Anything else?
Money.
Anything in the middle?
First love.
Death.
First love.
First love.
Sports.
Asteroids.
Okay, so
Sports.
of those, because I'll give you the option because you're.
Thank you.
Danny's generous. I don't know.
Wait, this is 2 minutes. I didn't realize I was going to go again. I thought I was done.
One of those topics. Okay, enough second.
What do you think? What topic do you like?
I choose death.
Wow. What
End the story.
Okay. One time, not a few years ago, I was in a relationship with a man, and 3 months in, his mother got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and we had decided to be boyfriend-girlfriend, so I had to be a very supportive girlfriend while his mother was dying. So at the time I was working at a restaurant, so I took some days off. He was in Philadelphia taking care of the mother, and I was in LA, and then I took some days off to go visit him by surprise, because I was like, that's a good idea to go surprise visit a boyfriend when his mother is in hospice care. So I showed up at the place because I stalked the address from his Amazon account and everything, and I knocked on his door unannounced, and then he was happy to see me and everything. But then I was only there for 3 days, and then his mom was in the living room in the hospice bed and everything, and then the second day she died. I saw the breathing stop. Did you guys know what a death gurgle is? I learned that. And then the funeral director came, and the hospice nurse came, and then they all took her, and then they were oh, the death, and then 2 funeral people came in to take the body, and they rolled her in the rug. Basically, that's what happened. And then they tell the family members to leave the scene because it's upsetting to see, which makes a lot of sense. And then the next day I was okay, cool. Oh, and then we were also watching Lion King while that was happening. So I witnessed real death for the first time in my life in the background of Lion King. And yeah, that's the story.
The circle of life. I mean, that's really what the Lion King being on, as you are witnessing death and all of that, that really is. It is. It's the circle. If you were going to sing, Dan, I wish you would underneath my So, how long were you with him after that?
A few more months.
Just a few more months?
Well, he was really sad and angry and everything.
His fucking mom died. Jesus.
It was tough.
And how long, can I just ask one more, how long were you dating before?
3 months.
Only 3 months?
3 months, yeah.
Yeah, because I will tell you, that's one of those things. It's like a road trip, a funeral, those sort of first with a relationship where you like, you have to figure out where you're at before that stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, maybe if you have to get the address through his Amazon account, maybe that's not the way, the time to go see her. Like maybe that's too soon, because that felt too soon, and it was too soon, right?
It was, but I couldn't leave right when he told me that she was dying, and then it only got worse.
In hindsight, are you happy that you were there to witness something like that? That was such a giant moment, or did it? Like, forget him, take him out of there. Was it profound to be there in that moment, kind of, or no?
No, because I didn't know her, and I didn't feel much. Yeah,
No worries.
Well, I enjoyed it. I mean, it was a hard thing to hear, but I enjoyed hearing it. So I'm going to give you 50,000 points and 2 Simbas.
Peter Melvin.
Funny, this story. It reminds me. Like a month ago, I got this thing in the mail.
Oh my God.
This thing in the mail that said, it was like this fundraising thing that said, by the time you finish reading this letter, 80 children will have died.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I stopped reading. So, I mean, and I thought, okay, I'm a fucking hero. And I had a note, nothing. Unbelievable. I love your stories. They're so David Lynchy and kind of picaresque, and you never know where they're going, and they wind. I'll tell you. Yeah, the real deal. You are the real deal with storytelling. How many more boyfriend stories do you think you have lying around?
A few more. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny Zucker.
Obviously, this is a compliment, so take this. You're a weirdo. It's great. So just keep being weird up there. It's great. You're doing good. Keep the show going. I have a bunch of incredibly witty retorts, but that'll be honest.
Suman, let her hear it, you guys. Pieces of paper. They're only going to put 2 in the can. 2 go back into the story smash can of truth. We're going to set the clock for 1 minute. Make up your mind back here. All right, you guys, and we can play some music. Why not? I call it interlude music. Have you heard of that, Chad? Interlude music. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, be aware of the kids of my homemade chocolate cookies. And this show is going to be up on the Story Worthy podcast next week. And check this out. I just celebrated on July 10th my 13th year podcasting. I have made hundreds of dollars. Wow. Hundreds of dollars. Anyway, you guys, take a look at Story Worthy. I appreciate it. And listen to the show, follow and subscribe, and all that stuff. All right, you guys. Now it's time to hear who's going on to the 3rd round.
Oh, may the odds ever be in your favor. Kelly Spillman.
Take notes.
I appreciate the spin. Oh, vacation. Did you land on that already?
Did you already have vacation? Oh, she did. Remember London?
Yeah,
Legally Blonde. But gently, because Christine doesn't like it. It's too much.
Wow, I gotta say, your stories are great, but your reveal spinning is fucked.
Oh, birthday.
As Christine once said, after birthdays, everyone's got one.
That's true.
All right, so I'm actually not one of those people that's big into my birthday. I am dating someone, though, who does like the birthday month extravaganza. So he usually goes to New York City. His birthday is December 27th. And so during the pandemic, he couldn't fly to go celebrate in New York like he's done for over 20 years. So, I mean, actually, he's like older than 20, sorry. That was so I had to come up with something to do for his birthday. So, and it's the freaking pandemic, so I surprised him with a whale watching tour in Long Beach for his birthday. We were limited on locations. So he was actually pumped about it. So we go out, and it's a 4-hour whale watching cruise. And so we get out there. It's great. We're taking great pictures. And about 20 minutes in, I realized this is not going well for me. The boat is going like this, and I get very sick on the boat. So I go downstairs. My loving boyfriend stayed upstairs to take pictures of whales he was hoping to see. And I just kept getting sicker and sicker. And to know I have 3.5 more hours of this trip, which is horrible. So we had to wear a mask. I got sick in the mask. So my boyfriend finally came down, got me another mask. And so got sick again. He finally came down like 30 minutes later, got me another mask. And he then was holding my hand and was finally showing concern 2 hours in. And then I said, you know what, go back upstairs. It's okay. He, of course, is fine. No nausea at all. And so I finally, sick for the 4 straight hours. We're walking off the boat, and he goes, you know what, this was such a freaking bummer. Like this, it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. We didn't even see any whales. Never mentioned I got sick, and then we had to go to Carl's Jr. on the way home, and that was my boyfriend's 57th birthday in the pandemic.
Okay. Now, we only went to 241. There was a little more time, but that's all right. I thought we got a good story. Danny?
I think it would have been worse if you went to Carl's Jr. on the way to whale watching.
Yes.
I took my mom, it was her birthday, she's 87, she was probably when she was a spring chick, like 79, just a kid. And we took her, we thought it'd be a good idea to take her on I rented a little boat, to take a private boat to Catalina. And she vomited the whole way. At one point I said, Mom, are you okay? And she just miserably said, this is the fucking Amistad. That's what she said. Yeah. So my mom is, when she's nauseous, is racially insensitive. You brought back a lot of fun memories to me of that. Again, you're a gifted storyteller. That's a story to me.
All right.
Well, first of all, Kelly, I know that you're still with him, right?
Yes.
And you love him.
Yeah.
You're here?
He's sitting there.
Well, then I hate to say it, but I'm going to. But you sound on that day, you sounded like a real Moby Dick.
It's a privilege to know you.
Thank you, Danny.
It's a whale of a story.
Also, I'm going to say, usually when I throw up at birthday parties, it's a lot more fun. Because it means that you had a lot more fun, and this one you did not have a lot of fun. And he's here tonight watching you and supporting you, so you got past that. That's the beauty of that birthday story. Yes, he kind of, maybe that was the, Captain Ahab, like he had to get through that, fight it, and now look, you're still here, and you're in love. Also, you threw up in a mask, you didn't take it off, huh?
It was fast. It happened pretty quickly.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Have you ever been whale watching since?
Sadly, I tried one more time with my boyfriend on vacation in San Diego, and I got sick freaking again. So I'm not doing it again. I'm done.
And did you say that his birthday is December 27th?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There's only one birthday to celebrate in December, and that's Jesus. So I'm sorry. 1,000,000 points.
Peter!
Call me fish meal.
Oh. I mean, it's not what we did.
I can't tell you how much I relate to this story because I once went on the boat to Catalina and just all I was thinking of is I got so seasick. I was lying there thinking I would rather right now be walking through Baghdad with a Yamaha.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'd rather be like one of those guys, like one of those ultra orthodox on La Brea, walking through, like Taliban country. I'll tell you, I see those people on La Brea, those guys on La Brea, those kids.
Yeah.
I just feel like saying, one sausage McMuffin would turn your whole Anyway, it's a great story. The only downside of it for you is that I side with him.
Thank you.
It's his birthday. I mean, he wanted to go to New York, and you're bringing him to see Wales.
I had the audience when you were bashing the Jews, but I think up until then, I didn't go back around.
Well, that's why they were two with me.
I know, exactly. I felt it.
Yeah, I resent support in any form. Okay, excellent story.
All right, guys. Great story. Now there's one story left in the evening. It's so exciting. Did you kick me? Oh, sorry.
She's very tall.
Anyway, you guys, one storyteller coming up right now. This is the last storyteller of the night. Thank you again for coming out. That's fine. All right, you guys, let's put your hands together for Snowman. Holy cow. That never happened. Yeah, look at you.
How was that spin for Steve?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. I'll allow it.
Okay. Pets, I have never had pets growing up. I have never had a single pet. It's also because I was born and raised in Korea, and Korean people don't have pets. It's not because they eat dogs, but I mean, although they did. It's true. My mom has had a dog soup, so they make it into a soup. I have not had it because at my generation, people were like, "Oh my god, that's so bad." But in my mom's generation, it was like just like a stew, and then. Also, like in my people's defense, they didn't have the same relationship with dogs as you guys do because everybody has dogs and they're like so nice. And now I get it. When I go to my friends' houses and then like the dog is like, oh my god, I'm so happy to see you. I'm like, okay, like I get the emotional attachment, but if you don't have dogs as pets, you don't care. You know what I mean? You don't care about things that you don't have a relationship with, right? It's like, what are you cows? Like, why do you hate cows? Okay, anyway. So, what was I saying? I never had pets. I just heard a tale of my mom eating a dog soup, and she told me that her dad, so my grandfather, took her to a dog soup restaurant. Yeah, there are specific restaurants. It's not just like a one random thing on the menu. You go like intentionally with the intention, like this is a dog soup day. And then my mom was like little, like she was like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 or something. And then her dad was like, here, this is just like a regular stew. It's like a cow, like a chicken soup. Yeah, and then she ate it, and then she like apparently fucking loved it. And she's like, this is the best chicken soup I've ever had. And then my grandmother was like, LOL, it's a dog soup. And then my mom was like, I think she was still like, what? Like, no. Because even though they eat the dog soup, they also have the general like understanding of like, this is a little fucked up, like people are judging us for this. So my mom was like, no, how could you? Like, I don't want this. But then she kind of like loved it. So that's the story that my mom told me. I've never had it. I don't think I could because in this society or in this climate. But I just feel like that's an interesting thing to think about because I've had rabbit meat before. Have you guys? Like rabbit? It's tasty. And some people have rabbits as pets. So there you go. Okay. So just the moral of the story is like people eat different things. And, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you're just born into it, and then it just happens, and then you try your best. That's it.
I really like the stretch when she surmised the story. I thought that worked very well. Melissa Peterman.
Does my face look weird? I just think I might have had a minor stroke during half that. That was upsetting. But I also get the moral. It's like people do eat other things. Did you tell Alex Peppercorn this story before? He laughed that night? No? Okay, I just want to check in on that. Because then I'd be like, oh, I kind of get it. Maybe he got scared. And then the other side of me, which I'm not proud of, then I started thinking of things like, oh, poodle noodle. And I just I didn't like that about myself because I started thinking of names of soup because I'm a dog lover and I'm an animal and I got really sad. But you made a really good point because I ate a cow, I've eaten a rabbit. And so you can't you just can't judge stuff like that. And also I'm just talking so much because I think I might, this is so much to take in.
Peter Bellman.
Well, wait, what was the name of the restaurant?
Oh, I don't know. Something like a person's name, I think. The
just
owner's
like,
name.
Hey, welcome to Mark's.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right, Peter Melman.
It's called Good Boy.
Well, I have a dog. I have to tell you, just for your information, the big benefit of having a dog is that, for me, is that there's someone around the house who's aging even faster than me.
Is it?
I don't know. You might be onto something there. It's funny because on the street, somebody came up, this woman comes up to me and is playing with my dog. Oh my God, he's so gorgeous. Did you adopt him? And I said, no, he's my biological dog. And she says, well, you should go to a kill shelter. Maybe you would, wouldn't be making jokes like that. I was like, something, I'm going to kill myself. I mean, this world, I don't belong.
Yeah.
And the other funny thing, I don't know why. I mean, you were giving us lessons, so I figure I'll give you one back.
What was the lesson, though, Peter? What did you
I mean, you think that it's the moral of the story.
What's your lesson? I just want to know what your lesson is about the story of this book.
The lesson is that when your dog dies, it's worse than losing a family member because you don't have any mixed feelings about your dog.
I'll just add to that, and you can't eat grandma.
Right.
Not in most countries.
You're welcome.
I didn't want to say that part. But anyway, once again, your completely non-linear story was just wowed me. And yeah, thanks for that. And can't wait to go to Seoul.
I can't top the one-liners I just had. I'm going to say this really quickly. You really seem like you want to eat dog. I mean, you were very defensive. It was like, I never had it. My favorite moment in your whole story was like, well, they didn't eat it. It was in a soup. You literally said, like, you thought that soup mitigated the eating. I said, no, I want the leg. You know, it was like, no. But it was a good story. I told you I couldn't top my one-liners by this time. Good job.
Yeah.
What about the name Tail Waggers? Anything?
I can't.
All right, you guys. Now, this is the very exciting part of the show. For the three of them, go ahead and choose one person to take all of the cookies home. I can't wait. And before we get to the winner of Story Smash, I wanted to thank all the contestants tonight. David Rosell, yeah, that's right, exactly. All right, well, this is very exciting. Melissa, was it a difficult decision?
It was difficult because here's what I'm saying. That first of all, give a big round of applause to everyone who got up here.
Right before,
They were all fantastic, and again, as an audience member, getting up is really hard. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you all for coming, but it was a difficult decision.
It was. I don't agree with it.
But just as far as, because they were both super awesome and entertaining, we just thought as far as structure, like just like had that story beginning, middle, end, we're going to give it up. Tonight's winner is Kelly.
Wells Fargo presents one of the surest ways to grow your money. A Wells Fargo CD account, where you can earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield on an 11-month term with a minimum opening deposit of $5,000. Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/CD rates to open a CD account and start growing your savings with us.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.